So hi guys, in this lecture we are gonna see the more intuition behind what is a clustering algorithm and few more concepts, right? So initially we just draw a graph that just shows example of a car on which we are mapping the horsepower versus the max speed. So you can see like vehicles like truck which have a good amount of horsepower but have relatively lesser maximum speed. Sports car on the other hand have high speeds but have less horsepower as compared to a truck, and then we have SUVs, the high-end SUVs. Okay, so you can see this basically we are having a logical clustering in this case, right? I have colored it here for the purpose of explanation, but in real life, the machine will actually see all points like they are all one kind of vehicle. And now it is a job of the machine to basically have these kind of clusters arranged for me. Again, as we have already seen, clustering again is a unsupervised technique. So now unsupervised technique, basically what does it tell us is like, given some data points, unsupervised learning tells us what group the data belongs to, and we label it to our own requirement. Now, why this line is important? See, when I have, as a human, I can easily separate these kind of clusters with the human eye and then label it, right? This sport car, SUV, and truck all are labels. But when the machine sees it, the machine will just divide it into set of clusters. Like a good machine learning clustering algo, a good clustering algo, I'm sorry, will basically make three clusters for me, but that will not be able to determine what label it is, right? Because the algorithm says that, okay, for me, these are three groups which have similar item in nature, but I do not know what kind of items they are. Just they are similar in nature. Similarity can be in terms of cosine similarity, in terms of Euclidean distance, in terms of Manhattan distance, etc. So always remember, when you do unsupervised learning, the algorithm will basically group similar data as per its functioning, but it would not assign the labels to it. Labels are usually annotated by humans for their own convenience. Again, continuing as, so when you do with unsupervised learning and in supervised learning, so the basic difference lies here. So in unsupervised learning, the output of a machine learning or a clustering algorithm is X. That is, X belongs to a group I. That's it. Now it does not know what is X. X can be fruits, X can be cars, X can be countries, anything, right? But when we have supervised learning, right? So when we treat an object X, so we know that it has a label D. So for example, X is an email which is classified as spam, right? Or X is a country that has high literacy rate, something of that sort. Fine. So supervised learning has a label attached with itself. And now I'm just showing an example. How does the machine see the data? Right? So for machine, these will be this points, right? So for a machine, all these points are basically like black points and all are like the same. Now it is the job of the clustering algorithm to identify multiple or how many clusters, that depends on the data set they are seeing, right? So that is the job of a clustering algorithm. So given a data, grouping them into similar items is the job of a clustering algorithm, right? Next, we will see what queries are usually asked when we deal with clustering in the next class.